In this video, we are comparing the Continental SportContact 7 versus the all-new Pirelli P Z5. Can this new tyre beat the undisputed UUHP champion in wet, dry, noise, comfort and rolling resistance? Let's find out. Most wet weather accidents happens because the braking distance is too short. So that's why we are testing wet braking here. The car accelerates from 80 to 0 km/h, and we are trying to find out how different tyres have different wet braking distances. So here you see the car slams the brake all the way down to 0. Yep. The shorter your wet braking distance is, the likelihood of success from avoiding an accident is much higher.
On wet braking, the difference is dramatic. The Continental stops 33.4 meters, while the Pirelli requires 38.8 meters, a massive 5.4 meter longer stop. That's roughly a full car length, translating to a 16% disadvantage for P Z5 in emergency wet braking. In wet handling lap times, the Continental completes the circuit in 81.33 seconds, compared to the 84.8 seconds for the Pirelli. That's a 3.47 second gap, or about 4% slower for the P Z5, showing clearly stronger cornering grip from the SportContact 7. Subjectively, the drivers rated wet handling at 7 versus 6, a full 1 point advantage for Continental, reflecting higher confidence and front-end grip.
Have you ever wondered when you're driving too fast with your sport car during the rainy days and you went through a puddle and you lose control? Right now, we are at the aquaplaning track to find out which tyre actually dissipates water the fastest. Look at that car over here. He's driving as fast as possible and he's trying to find the point where the tyre slips. And this is where the tyre actually rotates much slower compared to the other tyres. And every tyres have different slipping speed, and we are here to find out which one has the highest.
In straight line aquaplaning, both tyres are essentially identical. The Pirelli begins to lift at 74.9 km/h, while the Continental does so at 74.7 km/h, just an 0.2 km/h difference, effectively equal in deep water stability.
So for sports car, dry braking is all about stopping power. And in this dry braking test, we are looking to find the shortest braking distance for the car, all the way from 100 km/h down to 0. And with shorter braking distances, you get more confidence, more control, and you're able to push the car and the tyre within the safety limits.
Dry braking again favors Continental. It stops 32.1 meters, while the Pirelli needs 34.1 meter, a 2 meter longer braking distance, translating to a 6% disadvantage for the P Z5. When it comes to dry handling lap time, the Pirelli fights back. It completes the lap in 47.68 seconds compared to the 48.23 seconds for the Continental. That's a 0.55 second advantage, making the P Z5 about 1% faster around the circuit. In subjective dry handling, the Continental regains the edge. Driver score is 7.5 versus a 7.1, a 0.4 point advantage to Continental, highlighting the sharper steering response and stronger front-end precision.
So how do we measure interior noise? We use an objective dummy head. So you can see here, this is just a dummy, but it has 2 microphones on the ear. So it has a DG recorder over this side, and actually it measures the noise from the surroundings inside the car as it goes through 2 different surfaces at 2 different speeds.
The interior noise slightly favors Pirelli as it measures 65.4 decibel compared to the 65.7 decibel for Continental, a small 0.3 decibel advantage, placing the P Z5 marginally quieter in the cabin. When it comes to subjective comfort score, both are completely identical, with both tyres scoring at 6, showing neither sacrifice ride quality for performance. Rolling resistance also leans slightly towards Pirelli. It records a coefficient value of 9.15 compared to a 9.24 for the Continental, about a 1% efficiency advantage. In summary, the Continental SportContact 7 is the more hardcore performance tyre, delivering significantly shorter wet and dry braking distances, stronger wet handling grip, and sharper subjective steering precision. On the other hand, the Pirelli P Zero PZ5 counters with excellent dry lap speed, slightly lower cabin noise, marginally better efficiency, and matched comfort levels.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.